Fanbass.tv, backstage at Rock on the Range 2014. My voice is still here, and I'm psyched to hang out with Austin. We're of Mice and Men, dude. Great picture of you on the cover of AP, dude. I was like,
Thank you.
How are you, brother?
I'm
Attack,
great,
attack, man. You know, I mean, from those days too. And you gotta tell me, which guy from Stock Lullaby is in the band now? It's like
Phil, he was the touring guitarist when I met him on my. It was my first tour I'd ever been on.
Yeah.
And he was just one of the coolest guys on the band, and now he's in my band.
Dude, I love that band so much because, you know, I mean, they were signed to Ferret.
Yep.
But then I signed them to Columbia, and you know, I love that. I remember "Don't Forget to Breathe," "Shooting Star That Destroyed Us," one of my favorite songs of all time.
Aim high, all
Oh,
day.
that Lipsticks and Letdown, Lip Gloss and Letdowns. And then the place where they made the second album with John and Yellow, in the hills, when there's fires going on all over California.
Well, right now, San Clemente is burning up.
It's just crazy, you know, and I have friends there too, the Paskowitzes, tons of people, but it was up in the hills. It was pretty incredible because the studio where like Neil Young did his first album, Korn, all these people worked at, burned down. And I was
really?
Yeah.
It's completely gone.
And I was up there with Stock Lullaby. And we were so like, fuck, these hills are so scary, dude. Let's just stay up here. What the fuck? And I'm like, when I heard the studio burn down, I was sad to hear it, but I was like, probably because a fucking fire truck couldn't get there. Which is crazy. But anyway, I'm just joking. So how are you, brother? It's good to see you, man.
I'm great, man.
So are you living, like, so are you originally, like, from Costa Mesa or like San Clemente? Where are you from?
No, actually,
Florida, right?
I actually lived here in Columbus. I lived about 12 miles north of here.
No shit.
From 18 to about 20, 21, 22.
Wow.
But I was born in Florida. I was raised in the South, Texas, Arkansas. And
Where in Florida were you born?
I was born in Pensacola. My dad was in the Navy, so that's why
so you went all over. It's like Navy Jacksonville.
Yep, Jacksonville. Lived in Atlanta for a bit. Lived all over.
Yeah, that's cool.
But Ohio is when the band got signed, and they said find a band. So I moved to California and got Phil from Stock Lullaby.
Phil's a great guy, man.
Yeah,
love Phil. Please tell my love to him. Is he here today?
No, they fly in tonight at like 9:30.
Dude, I gotta see him.
I came early just to do this.
I haven't, and thanks for coming and doing it. But
of course, man.
I haven't seen Phil in so long, and I love it. And, you know, listen, I signed those guys. You know, I love them. I know they're great. But I just want to say that working with Attack, and now with Mice and Men, you guys are blowing shit up. People love what you're doing and love the record. You know, obviously you've been around for a while, but what you're doing now is killing it. Tell me about you guys all coming together and how you guys all became friends. Was it those tours? Was it
with who? With me and the band?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I didn't even know the guys before we started the band. And I met Phil on our first tour, and then Tino, he's like, well, I have a friend that wants to drum, and he quit his band to be in our band.
Yeah, which is cool.
And he was in a band called Lower Definition, and they were pretty cool at the time there. I think they were on Victory.
Yeah.
But he quit, and then we got all the rest of the guys, and we grew to become friends through touring and
which is cool. It's like having a new family that you like get to know on the road, right?
And you get to know every part of them. You know when they jerk off, you know when they're cough, when they snore, you know when they do everything.
Yeah, you know, like
you live in a fishbowl.
What's so funny about getting on any tour bus is like always afraid to pull my curtain because somebody might be beating off to their iPad. Like, guys, it's cool. I bet
Velcro their iPad to the top of the ceiling.
Yeah, exactly. You know it goes. It's funny stuff. But so you growing up, being a guy who's like a Navy, I hate to use the word brat, because it doesn't mean you're a brat, but a Navy kid traveling. First impressions of music, what were you loving as a kid? What bands were you listening to?
When I was young, my dad had actually a radio show, and he played from Clash, Rush, Boston, Journey, AC/DC, The Who, any
super cool.
Anything 38 Special, Leonard Skinner, any kind of older rock, classic rock. What? No, we actually lived in Colorado at the time, and so we had a radio show, and I would always go in with him and listen to everything he'd play. And one time my first time I ever played in front of anyone was live on the air, and I played an acoustic song by a band called Lifehouse.
What was it? Hanging on a Moment?
Yeah.
Great song.
No, it was cause it's you, me, yeah.
They're a great band, man. You know, it's funny. Being a kid, I met them when they were kids.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. You know?
That was the first song I played. I was, I think, 14 years old, 13 years old.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's awesome. That was great. So then, like, when you first started doing the band thing and touring, who were you listening to? Like, Attack Attack?
Oh, well, back in the day, I mean, I couldn't remember like why we were touring, but you know, growing up, you know, high school and on, I was Pantera, Linkin Park, System of a Down, Slipknot, Slayer, Chevelle even, which can't wait to go see.
And talking to the boys, I hadn't seen them in so long.
Yeah,
it's like two brothers, and then you're like, and now the brother-in-law in the band. I love it. It's all family, which is why I love Chevelle.
So rad.
But
Stir Down. Oh man, I wish it was.
First rock concert you saw as a kid, and first record you bought or CD with your own money. What were they?
Well, the first CD I bought with my own money was 50 Cent's Get Rich or Die Trying. No, before that was Meteora by Linkin Park. I remember buying that album.
Awesome.
Great album. And then my first concert was in Denver, Colorado at the Ogden Theater, and I saw Sepultura, Blood Simple, and Hatebreed.
Roots is so good, right?
Yep. We were talking earlier. I saw them play Roots, and I was just the whole time. And I actually got to do the Suicide Silence, that memorial show they did for Mitch. And I got to see Max play. They played Roots and they covered it. Max sang it and the band
such
played.
Such a good dude, you know, he's a good guy.
Yeah, that band's great guys and stuff for them. And
so cool.
Max is rad. And it was pretty cool being I think I was 14, 15.
Yeah, because those are the experiences that never leave you. That's the things that you love and you care about.
I'll never forget.
Absolutely. If there's anybody like who you'd love to collaborate with or sing with or make a record with or living or dead, who would that be? I was going to ask you because I want to know.
Wow.
I mean, it's a heavy question, but I'm going to ask you.
Wow.
It goes back to your favorite stuff, you know?
I want to do something with either Wes Borland or Corey Taylor. I think that would be rad to collaborate with those guys. Corey Taylor's one of my favorite vocalists ever.
I love him to death.
I respect the hell out of him.
I told him the other night how much I loved. I hadn't seen him in years. I'm like, dude, he and Clown. Sean and I went, I go, Tori, I've always loved through Glass so much. You know what I mean? You texted Clown?
Yeah, well...
Tell him I'm sorry I didn't say goodnight to him the other night. But tell him you got to
we were talking about music video stuff, and but Corey, I actually finally got to meet him on Soundwave in Australia, and he's a great dude, and you could tell if you vibe up with someone in the first couple of seconds of meeting them.
You do. You really
he's a rad guy,
so cool.
and I've never met Wes, but his songwriting and stuff, and you know, and Limp Bizkit was great. People hate on Limp Bizkit now all they want, but you can't deny the fact they used to love them back when you were young.
And by the way, I don't give a shit if people hate on them.
I don't care.
They're my friends. I love them. I'm on Significant Other, of course, and it's like...
But you're on Significant Other.
I'm the hidden track at the end.
That's you?
Hey, I'm the ball man. I'm here to tell you. Lame ass, tame ass.
Wow!
Dude, thank you.
I'm doing an interview with a rock star.
Dude, I love you, brother. That's cool. You didn't know that was me?
Oh, dude, I had no idea.
It was so cool. I wrote that thing for me and Fred to do in the back of a cab.
Really?
Fred called me. He goes, I'm flying you to Southern Tracks. He goes, I want you to do something. He goes, why don't we hate on each other? I'm like, dude, you already did it on All in the Family with Korn. I go, I want to do something else. So I wrote it for him. I flew down there with Brendan O'Brien and him Southern Tracks. And we were throwing fucking chairs around and mic stands, so it sounded like we were breaking the fucking place up. We had a great time.
That's awesome.
Isn't that cool?
How did I not know that?
No, it's awesome.
That's sick.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you liked what we did. I like what you're doing right now. Mice and Men are a great band, man.
Thank you, man.
So it's a pleasure to have you
Dude,
on.
thank you, of course.
We'll hang again, Austin, okay?
Yeah.
We are backstage at Rock on the Range 2014, Columbus, Ohio. It's Matt Pinfield, and this is fanbest.tv. Hanging out with Austin.